Good morning, kids. Today I'm going to tell you the story of Bambi. The forest animals came out of their winter homes to play in the sunshine. Chirping happily, they sang, "Spring has come, spring has come." Thumper the rabbit was very excited and gathered his friends around him. "Have you heard the news?" he whispered. "What news?" the animals asked in surprise, for they had nothing noticed unusual this morning. "Why," said Thumper, "there is a new arrival in the forest. Come and see." The animals followed close behind the rabbit, curious to see who this new arrival in the forest could be. They came to a little clearing between the trees, and then they saw it. A little fawn with silky fur and big brown eyes was snuggled up to his mother, fast asleep. The proud doe said her baby's name was Bambi. She gave him a tender caress and whispered, wake up, we have visitors." "Stand up," said Thumper to the little fawn. Bambi was afraid, but he was encouraged by Thumper's kindness. His legs wobbled and shook as he stood first on one leg, then on two, then finally all four together. How proud he was, standing straight and tall beside his mother. Bambi looked so funny trying to walk on his new wobbly legs that Thumper laughed. "Life in the forest won't be dull with Bambi around," he said, grinning, for he knew that one day he and Bambi would be great friends. Not yet, though, for when he looked around, the little fawn was fast asleep. Within a day, Bambi was able to walk quite steadily and amazed all the animals by going for a walk through the forest with Thumper. "This is Mrs. Partridge and her family," said Thumper. Thumper showed Bambi all sorts of new things and told their names. A butterfly landed on Bambi's tail. "Is this a partridge too?" asked Bambi. "No," giggled Thumper. "It is a butterfly." And when the butterfly flew into a clump of daisies, Bambi was sure he knew what they were. "Butterflies?" he said. Thumper giggled again. "No, Bambi," he chuckled. "They are flowers." "Flowers?" he said. "No, Bambi." Thumper laughed. That is Mrs. Skunk." But Mrs. Skunk was delighted with her new name. "Why, I wish you would call me Flower," she said, winking at him. "It's such a lovely name." "Let's play." Thumper covered his eyes with a furry paw and counted. 1, 2, 3. "Coming! Ready or not?" he yelled. The two friends had a wonderful time together, running, hiding, and doing acrobatics through the forest until suddenly they were startled by a loud noise. Bambi was scared and ran back to his mother. "The sounds you can hear are gunshots," she warned. "If ever you see a wicked hunter, you must run as fast as you can and find a safe hiding place." It was soon autumn, and Bambi watched as red and orange autumn leaves were snatched up by the wind and blown all over the forest floor. Winter was on its way. Bambi and Thumper had great fun tumbling amongst the autumn leaves, which made wonderful scrunching sound underfoot. But now it was getting very cold. One night, when the animals were asleep, it began to snow. Winter had arrived. The next morning, something else arrived too, and it landed on Bambi's head. "It is snow," explained his mother. "Don't be afraid." Bambi could not believe his eyes. The world had turned white overnight. "Winter can be very beautiful," he decided. And it can also be funny," said Thumper. But winter wasn't all fun. Bambi was wandering around in the snow one day, searching for food, when suddenly he heard a shot. The hunters were back. Mother, mother, cried Bambi. Can you hear me? Where are you? The voice that answered him was not his mother's voice, but the voice of a tall, stately deer. You don't know me, but I am your father, the great prince of the forest. Your mother cannot be with you anymore, he said. Now you must be strong, for until the spring you will be alone. Bambi listened tearfully to his father and then bravely spent the winter alone in the forest. At last, the long winter was over. The snow melted, grassy patches appeared in the snow, and flowers began to bloom. Something strange even began to grow on Bambi's head, his antlers. Bambi had grown into a handsome young deer. Now that he had antlers, all the does were falling in love with him. But Bambi wasn't interested in love until he met Fallon. Hello, Bambi. Can I be your girlfriend? Said Fallon, and she gently licked his neck. Bambi and Fallon followed the path to the top of the hill. Bambi had never been so happy. They frolicked among the spring flowers, Fallon following Bambi everywhere. Bambi knew he was in love, but some of the other deer were jealous of Bambi. One deer was furious and told him, I am going to marry Fallon. He challenged Bambi, and Bambi knew that he would have to fight for his love. He locked antlers with the powerful young buck and using all his strength tossed him aside. Fallon would be his wife after all. Bambi proudly announced his marriage to his father. I am very happy for you both, said the great prince, but I also have some news for you. See the smoke in the distance. The hunters are back, and we will have to go deep in the forest. I will go and warn the others, said Bambi, thinking of his friends, especially Fallon. He had left her waiting at the bottom of the hill, and she would not stand a chance if the hunters found her. The hunters had not found Fallon, but their dogs had. They took off after her. Fallon was terrified and tried to escape. She leapt up on some rocks, the dogs still snapping at her heels. Growling and showing their teeth, they surrounded her. At that moment, Bambi appeared and charged one of the biggest dogs. While Bambi distracted the dogs, Fallon scrambled to safety. Bambi fled the dog back. A roar from a gun knocked him to the ground, and he lay still, his shoulder burning with pain. The hunters' fire soon spread to the forest, and the hunters and their dogs were forced to run for their lives. The forest animal also ran to safety, but in the other direction. Suddenly, the great prince was by Bambi's side, urging him to stand. You have got to run. The forest has caught fire from the hunter's campfire. We will be safe in the river. The next minute, Bambi was racing through the forest, following the great prince. When they came to the river, the great prince jumped fearlessly into the rushing water. Bambi hesitated. He wasn't quite so brave, but then he too jumped into the water. His courage was rewarded when a little way down the river he found Fallon waiting for him on the river bank. After winter, the forest came to life again. The squirrels ventured out into the sunshine to play, and even Old Owl could be seen high up in the oak tree. Everyone was very happy that it was spring once again. It's happened in the clearing, yelled Thumper. Come and see. As they drew closer, the animals lowered their voices, then their eyes opened wide with astonishment. Thumper pointed proudly. Look, there are two of them. Nestled cozily in the clearing between the trees was Fallon. Lying beside her were two fawns. Prince Bambi must be very proud, hooted Owl. This one is beautiful, said the delighted skunk. And this one is so pretty, whispered Mrs. Partridge. Well done, Falin and Bambi. But Bambi did not hear. He had disappeared. Bambi stood with his father on the hill, overlooking the valley where Falin lay with the new fawns. The old stag turned quietly and disappeared into the forest, while Bambi stood regal and proud, the new prince of the forest. I hope you like the story, and for more amazing content, subscribe to my channel, and thank you for watching.